Hello viewers, welcome to Italy in the wild land of Abruzzo. And you know what else is wild? The Mustang, an untamable horse that lends its name to some powerful machines, like this 2019 Ford Mustang. Will be a wild ride or an easy one? Let's find out.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't.
The exterior design looks sportier compared to the previous model, thanks to a lower aluminum bonnet with air vents, a new front bumper with a more aggressive design, and a thinner full LED lamps. Also, the rear bumper diffuser and LED lights are reshaped. As you can see, is it possible to choose the racing stripes. Up front, the V8 Mustang benefits from the big Brembo brakes with 6-spot calipers, Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires with increased rear section on 19-inch wheels, and at the back, quad exhaust tips. Inside there is a new 12-inch display for digital cluster. In the cabin we find a leather-heated sport steering wheel, a leather-covered gear knob. The infotainment system is now updated to a sync-free model with an 8-inch touchscreen and compatibility with Apple CarPlay, MirrorLink and Android Auto. Did you hear this screaming V8? It's awesome! Listen to that! American muscle!
We're on the run, this is what we waited.
So, how it's living with a Mustang? Well, it can be easy to drive in the everyday life. Like a Fiesta. Especially if you are in the normal drive mode. But if you switch to track mode, the horse begins to run. Let's see that. Especially if you pass 4,600 RPM. Listen to this screaming V8, it's so ferocious. This engine can rev up to 7,500 RPM. This new 5-liter Coyote V8 can produce 450 horsepower and 529 Newton meters of torque, thanks to a direct and a port injection. This new chassis is 28% more rigid than the previous model, thanks to ultra-high-strength steel for better safety and cornering. And speaking of cornering, up front we have a McPherson strut, and in the back we have not a solid axle, but a multi-link suspension. Thanks Europe! The steering is very good, it can be soft or harsh, it depends if you select the different mode from this little switch here. You can choose from normal, sport and comfort. And guys, you can ask me, what about the stopping power of this quite heavy car? Well, it's more than enough. Because up front you have big Brembo brakes with 6-spot calipers. The V8 model also has big tires at the rear, 275 instead of 255, like the tires at the front. If you are an enthusiast, as like me, you will choose this Mustang with a stick shift. But in the city, And for optimizing the economy, the fuel economy, you can also choose an automatic gearbox with 10 speed. This car is big, I know, and you can also see it. But when you drive it, it doesn't feel so huge, so American, because it feels so compact, so well tightened together, so it can be also nimble. But it's all up to you. You can drive it like a normal car, as I said before, or you can drive it like you stole it. Woo! 5,000 RPM and the engine begins to scream. American V8. And remember, always drive carefully. But this Mustang comes with some cool safety features, like automatic emergency brake with pedestrian detection, adaptive cruise control, and lane keeping assist. Also, another new feature of this 2019 model is the MagneRide suspension that is controlled electronically, so you can select a normal comfort ride or a more rigid one for the use in the track. And the difference is huge. You can see in normal mode the car wobbles a little, but now in secret mode the car is very rigid and precise. The fuel consumption for this big engine is quite good, because in the city you can achieve 8.5 kilometers per liter. On the highway it can reach 12 kilometers per liter, and at 90 kilometers per hour the car can do 15 kilometers per liter. So quite good. Another cool feature is the neighborhood mode. So when you wake up early in the morning and you want to go to the racetrack, you can activate this silent mode for the exhaust, and this car is very loud when you start it. Well, with this quiet mode no one can hear you, and your neighbors will be happy to have you as a friend. And last but not least, this car with the manual transmission has the auto rev match. So if you want to downshift, for example from third to second, listen, auto rev match, perfect. Again, from fourth to third, second, and it makes you feel like a champion. Wonderful Abruzzo region, perfect for this car. These B roads are so magical. Remember, here in the mountains you can come for the beautiful roads or also for skiing, of course. You know, guys, I found a secret mode. It's called fart mode. So funny.